Residents. I'd like to call to order the Cerritos Planning Commission meeting for today, August the 7th. At this point, we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and if Commissioner Gandhi would lead us, that would be great.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Gandhi. At this time, we will do the roll call.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, Chair and members of the Planning Commission. I apologize in having some technical difficulties, but we'll continue even without the screen. We'll start roll call. Commissioner Member Byrd.
Present.
Commissioner Javeri.
Yes.
Commissioner Polito.
Present.
Vice Chair Gandhi.
Present.
Chair Gilheis.
Present.
All members noted present for the record. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move to the next agenda item. It's the public comments and suggestions. This is open to members of the Cerritos residents, but it's for items that are not on the agenda but are still within the purview of the commission. So I will.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Chair. We do have one speaker registered this evening to speak. If the chair could please call David Pileman to the podium, please.
Hi, David Pileman to the podium.
Hi. David Pileman. According to the governor's office, I can no longer state my address as it would use a racist term. My street name was changed by the council on July 25th. For you that have been on the commission for a while, you may recall that I last was in attendance during the Delano Bloomfield Starbucks hearings. I have been at Property Preservation and Recreation Commissions in the last 45 days to speak on the following issue. It now appears that at least one Cerritos resident has begun his campaign for a city council seat, and I would like to ensure that there's another voice speaking on issues, not that I am contemplating running for a council seat. I don't know if you are aware that you have been the subject of an agenda matter before the council and that your term of office has been extended. There is work on an update to the protocol manual for the city, which appears to entail some changes to the commissions and committees. It could be assumed that in some cases, the duties of some of these bodies will be changed. It has been proposed that at least one new commission be added. It is possible that one or more commissions or committees will be eliminated, and the meeting frequency of these groups may be modified. So whereas your official term of office ended July 27, the council has asked you to serve until October 27. At the June 13th council meeting, there was a proposal from the Fine Arts Commission to have created an art piece for the sculpture garden, but the council made significant suggestions about the design of the piece. When the Fine Arts Commission met on July 18, the commission was not given an opportunity to review or comment on the change in design, which was significant, but were informed during the city staff report that the council would approve the modified design on July 25. Also, the project to renovate the Island Heritage Park has been approved by the council. When the staff report was presented to the council on July 11, lacking was any review by the Recreation Commission. My opinion would have been that without recreation review, this commission might have been consulted. This was also not noted in the staff report. In my neighborhood, several residents are still upset that, whereas you chose to disapprove the construction of the Starbucks at the corner of Del Amo and Bloomfield, that when this project was considered by the council approved this project. These three actions by the council tend to make the authority or the recommendations of the commissions null and void. During council discussion on June 13, resident Sam Desai expressed support for council communication with city advisory board members related to suggested program direction. Ms. Gilheis, may I have 30 more seconds?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Related to subsequently, Mr. Desai expressed concern regarding community involvement in advisory boards, commissions, and committees. Some residents see the members of the commissions as those who are being rewarded for their support of a candidate, see them as aloof as to the roles they may play in recommending policies and practices to the council, and subsequently see their lack of attendance at scheduled sessions. I want to note this is the first commission that I've appeared before that's had a full attendance on the night that I was there. I would hope that during this review of the protocol manual, the role of this commission is not watered down. I would encourage you to discuss this within your group during agenda item 7A and 7B tonight. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And I appreciate your comments about people's perspective and how they align or don't align with facts. So I appreciate you stepping up and speaking your mind. Thank you.
Actually, your comments.
Okay. Are there any more comments from anyone else in the room? Okay, we will close the public comments. And we will move on to the consent calendar, but approval of the minutes. So this is approval. I'm looking for approval of the minutes from Wednesday, June 5th, 2024 for the 7 p.m. Planning Commission regular meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And second?
Okay, so we have a motion by Commissioner Polito to approve the minutes and second by Commissioner Byrd. Can we have a vote, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. In one moment, I will activate the electronic voting. Just one moment. Motion made by Commissioner Polito and second by Commissioner Byrd. And the commissioners may place their vote. All votes are in. Motion passes by a vote of four commissioners for, one commissioner for abstaining. Commissioner Gandhi, or Vice Chair Gandhi, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we will now move on to the public hearing section. There's item 6A, and that's a review and consideration to waive the full reading of and adopt a resolution of the Cerritos Planning Commission approving Precise Plan 2024-7.
Yes, good evening again, Madam Chair and members of the Planning Commission. At the request of the applicant, it is recommended that consideration of item 6A this evening, Precise Plan 2024-7, be postponed indefinitely. The applicant has requested additional time to refine the design of their project, their proposed project, and have asked for that additional time to work with their design team and architect team to make those further refinements. Because this item is a public hearing notice item, staff at this time would recommend that the commission conduct a public hearing. Following conclusion of that public hearing, it is recommended that the Planning Commission postpone Planning Commission consideration of this item indefinitely. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.
So I believe what we're saying is we should do a public comments on the item. At the end of that, then we can say, okay, we're going to postpone indefinitely.
Yes, that is appropriate. Because we did notice this item as a public hearing with public hearing notices going to all properties within 500 feet of the subject residence, it would be recommended that the Planning Commission open up for public comments and on this item. And then at the conclusion, I would call for a motion, a second, and a vote to postpone the item indefinitely at the request of the project applicant.
Great, thank you. So at this point in time, we will open the podium for any public comments regarding item 6A, the precise plan 2024-7. If you will come to the podium for me, we'll make sure your mic is on and just state your name.
My
And
name is Suji Kim. I live in Cerritos, 16913 Leslie Avenue. Actually, this is very first time for us to attend like this kind of a hearing, because we got this little postcard. It's saying that the resident is like updating like structure and like addition and everything, because we are planning to do like some addition of the room. So we like to know what is the process, why you have to have a hearing, what's the, what like a size of the house that you have to have the hearing, to the extent. So we thought we can get some idea when we come, and
right.
but it's all different. I mean,
Yeah. So let's see. You have some really great questions.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn the answers over to our team here at Cerritos team. These guys are some of the greatest people you'll want to work with for planning for your homes, and they'll help you out.
Okay.
Yes, if I may, just briefly, thank you so much for coming. I truly appreciate your interest in learning about the process for projects and separately to invest in your property and have a project at your property. In the Department of Community Development, we have the most excellent staff who can walk you through this process and guide you through the process if you are interested in doing a project at your house. We are lucky to have current planning manager Sandy Cisneros here, and she'd be happy to provide you her contact information. Here she is right here giving you her contact information, and staff is available from project conceptualization all the way until your project is actually built to provide that guidance and walk you through the process. We understand, and this goes for anybody watching, we understand that the process is intimidating. It is. And so it's our job and our pleasure to help the public, help residents through that project. So whether it be, just adding one room, adding, in this case, a brand new second floor to the home, building a wall, changing your grass, we are happy to provide assistance. And so Sandy has provided you her information. Feel free to reach out anytime.
Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. I contacted like a few architects, and then some of them say City of Cerritos is very strict on this. Is that true?
If I may, Sandy is also happy to discuss that with you, or she can also step out and discuss that with you. The City of Cerritos has very high quality, high development standards, and that is for the protection and preservation of the high property values in the city. And so it does come with good reason. It is municipal code, municipal law that regulates design review and improvements, site development standards. But Sandy tomorrow would be happy to do so. So again, thank you for coming to tonight's meeting, and staff is very much looking forward to helping you and guide you through your project.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking. Okay, so just one more go back. We opened for public comments. There's a gentleman here that came in late, and I just wanted you to know if you had public comments regarding item 6A, you're welcome to come to the podium.
I'm good.
Okay.
We had a similar question like her, so I'm fine.
Okay, great. Thank you. So at this point in time, I will close the public comments and move on to, we need to do the motion on it. So do I have a motion to extend indefinitely, postpone indefinitely this Precise Plan 2024-7.
I make a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, so I have a motion with a second. If you can do a vote for us.
Yeah, for this item, I'm going to do a roll call vote. The motions are either approve or deny, and that's not the case this evening. The motion is to postpone, so I'll do a roll call vote. Motion was made by Commissioner Javeri and seconded by Vice Chair Gandhi. Roll call vote. Commissioner Byrd,
Aye.
Commissioner Javeri,
Aye.
Commissioner Polito.
Yes.
Thank you. Vice Chair Gandhi
Aye.
and Chair Gilheis. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you. We will move on to the next. Please approach the podium and state your name and. Okay, Sandy's going to talk to you separately since I've already closed the public comments.
Okay.
But she could answer your question, I'm sure
My
of that.
question was just to understand why was the motion postponed?
Oh, okay, hang on one second. So the motion was postponed because the owners of the property didn't like the design as it was currently sitting, and they're going to do some redesign on it. So they said, let us pull it back, work on it some more, bring it back to the city, let the team here look at it and get them ready to come back to the council, to the commission.
Fine, thank you.
And if I may, sir, when it does come back, when it is ready to come back before the Planning Commission, those residents within 500 feet who receive the initial public hearing notice will receive a subsequent public hearing notice. So when the applicant finishes the refinements to the project and it does come back to the Planning Commission, if you originally received the notice, you'll receive a brand new notice.
Okay.
May I ask if he wants to leave comments today with Sandy? That would be okay?
Yes, that would be okay.
I have
So,
no further comment.
okay,
Okay.
great.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Okay, so we are going to move to item 7A, and that's the reports. Do we have any reports tonight, Director Aguila?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do not have anything to report this evening. Thank you.
Okay, then that moves us to our commissioner report. So I'll start with Commissioner Byrd.
I have none. Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Polito.
Thank you, Chair. First of all, I wanted to I attended the 4th of July celebration. Just wanted to congratulate the City Council, the Let Freedom Ring Committee, and staff Chelsea and Sherry for a great event. And then lastly, to just, as everyone's getting ready to go back to school in a couple of weeks, just wanted to wish the best of luck to everyone in ABC, administration, teachers, staff, and students and families on best of luck on have a wonderful school year. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Polito. Commissioner Gandhi?
Thank you, Chair Gilheist. I was absent in the June meeting, but I enjoyed watching it on YouTube. And so congratulations to the staff for putting up a real high-quality recording, which is easily accessible. And I would like to thank all my colleagues for excusing my absence. During that exchange, I heard Commissioner Byrd ask about how many meetings I had missed in the past. I thought it was a very pertinent question before he would vote on that issue. So I asked our department here to give me information about how many meetings I had missed. And so I'd like to share it. Before the last meeting, I'd missed 3 meetings since I was appointed in 2020. I forget if it was March or April. So this was through COVID. So the last meeting that I missed was the 4th meeting that I missed over the last 4 years. I don't think normally people kind of tell you why they missed the meeting, but I would like to take this opportunity to let you know why I missed the meeting. While I was not here, I was volunteering through an organization called Siblings for a Cause in a remote place in India. I'm a dentist by trade, and so I was able to treat about 130 kids along with my sister and provide them free dental service. And this is the first time these kids have ever received dental service. We were also able to get vocational training for girls that are from underprivileged background, just so that they can go out after they're done with school and be independent or self-reliant. We set up a computer class. I could go on forever, but just so you all know that your vote for the excuse, I think, was worthy of what I was doing. So thank you for that one. On the gentleman's comments, it's interesting. I'm pretty proud of the group here that sits on the dais. You were here when the whole Starbucks thing was going down. And I think you'll agree that on this commission, we've got 5 independent thinking people. And it would be a shame if the council was to take away any part of the input that we provide. Just as you were, I was fairly disappointed when the council passed that project in spite of, I believe it was 2 days, 2 meetings worth of discussions, and a very logical and methodical way we went about doing it, and declined at the end just because we all thought there was issues with it. So I concur with you. I think this city has always done right by the citizens, and I have full faith that they will do the same. But I could really appreciate you coming up here and giving us your opinion about it. I wish more people would do that, but unfortunately, in the last 4 years that I've been here, I don't see that many people come and give their opinions. So thank you very much for doing what you did. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner Gandhi. Commissioner Javari?
I'd just like to add to what Commissioner Vice Chair Gandhi said is that people do come many a times, but there is a subtle difference between criticism and constructive criticism. So there lies the fine line, and what you came up was pretty constructive. So appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I just have a few comments. I appreciate what you said about where you were and going back and looking at your record. And I want you to know that from my perspective, we knew what you were doing. I think that situation was really more about we had become laxed in our approach to how we let people not be here and how we approve them not being here. And at some point in time, I think it was said that it was not about Commissioner Gandhi, because I know all the great things you do. It was about, had it been Commissioner Javari a couple months earlier, right? We didn't follow the process. And so it was getting back to following the process. But I appreciate you speaking up about that. Again, I appreciate Mr. Pileman coming up. Social media is good and social media is bad. And people, the behind the desk keyboard warriors, and they come up and they say all kinds of stuff and it's not fact-based. And I appreciate that you came here and you came with your facts and you stated the truth to people. I've learned to ignore the social media and just do what the city has put me here to do and follow these rules. So it's very refreshing when someone is following it and comes and says, hey, here's what I think is going on. So thank you for doing that again. I really appreciate that. I also wanted to say, to piggyback on what Commissioner Polito said, yes, the Let Freedom Ring was a really good thing. Pretty good turnout. People had lots of fun. I just think we'd be neglect if we didn't talk about the next big thing. We have, would you like to talk about it? Because you know the date and everything else. So it's is it the Diwali Festival? And what's the dates again?
October 19th.
October 19th. We already got all this food stuff. The booths are sold out. It's going to be a huge event. So I'd encourage the people in the city of Cerritos to be watching for that and more information. It was amazing last time, and it's going to be even bigger this year. With that, I don't have any more comments. You absolutely can.
So I was going through my head and 2 years ago, I think it was almost 2 years ago, that Aaron from the IT department had come by and given us an update about the website that the city was doing. I've had some questions from the people in town wanting to know what's happening with that. And so I would like to ask for a consent on the commission to put that on the agenda for next meeting. We would like to see if Mr. Aaron can come and if we can ask some questions and learn more about what you're doing. I understand you're launching the website, or at least hoping to launch it by the end of the month. But would that be a motion? How would I do this?
If I may, Vice Chair Gandhi, can I get clarification on the motion? Is it to request the IT manager, Aaron Benjamin, make an informal presentation to the Planning Commission, an update on the city website, or if I can just get clarification on your request?
Yes. So I'm requesting that we have the IT manager here and give us an update on where we stand with the website and give us information about the website, just so that the citizens can also get that information and allow us to ask questions. I believe this has been a very long project, and a lot of input was given, and I'd like to just talk to whoever is in charge.
Yeah, if I may make a recommendation, so I would recommend a discussion with the city manager. Of course, we staff, the public, the commissions, other commissions, committees are very, very excited at the new city website. And it is my understanding, as you mentioned, we are very, very close to launching a new website. And I would like to coordinate with the city manager, if appropriate, to have the IT manager come and provide an update to the commission. I will need to check with the city manager on timing. It is my understanding that a presentation will be given to the city council, and so regarding the website, and so based on timeline and when that happens, I believe should coincide with coming to the Planning Commission. If the presentation of the new city website does go before our next Planning Commission meeting, perhaps it would be best to participate and listen in on that presentation. And then if not, I can certainly obtain that direction from the city manager to have an informational item to the Planning Commission.
So
If
I'm not
there's a
quite sure what your
consensus.
timeline is. And obviously, if he's going to do a presentation at the council meeting, we will get him here at the meeting after that presentation.
Correct.
So the main purpose of me asking for this is because, as you know, I've asked over the last 4 years
Yes.
for the planning department to be able to help the citizens who are doing an application to do it paperless. I was told that that's in the works. And so with the new website, my hope is that that's what we're going to see. And so I would like to ask questions of the IT manager. And if he's not available for the next meeting, I guess you can put the agenda item on the following one.
Sure. Yes, thank you, Vice Chair Gandhi. If I may provide an additional clarification. So as I mentioned before, right now, members of the public can apply for a permit completely paperless with the city of Cerritos. Whether it's on the existing website or new website, right now, let's just call it a patio. A resident can apply for a patio permit online, electronically, through the city's website. That is reviewed electronically by planning staff, and if appropriate, it is sent to Los Angeles County Plan Check electronically, or for Plan Check review electronically. Plan checker comments are provided to the applicant electronically. If approved, the city planner emails the applicant electronically that they are ready for their permit, and they can pay for permits online, and the permit is issued electronically. So new website, old website, permits are right now, the city, in an effort to modernize and facilitate kind of expeditious review and processing, and to provide an alternative option than requiring the public to come to the counter, City Hall, to obtain a permit. All of that can be done now, separate and apart from the new website. That capability will, of course, continue and roll on once a new website is launched. But I just want to assure the public, I want to, for anybody watching, that capability exists today. So with that said, I will coordinate with the city manager, and if appropriate, based on timeline, have the IT manager who's joined us at these meetings before come and provide an update to the Planning Commission accordingly.
Yeah, so we don't need to put it on the agenda item. Is that what you're saying?
We don't need to have it an agenda item. As the commission is aware, during item 7A for this meeting is a report from the liaison. Myself as the liaison can use that time to have staff provide updates, any staff provide updates during that time. So it doesn't need to be a motion. The direction will be noted in today's minutes. And again, I'd ask that the commission allow me the time to coordinate with the city manager and the city's IT department. We are all very anxious for this new website. It is most appropriate that the informational update on the website goes before the city council before it comes before the planning commission.
Go ahead.
I guess the timeline, as per what you and Vice Chair Bhavin said, is that the website is going to be launched the end of this month.
Soon. The website is going to be launched soon.
It's exciting because up till now it was to be determined. For the last 4 years, I heard to be
So
determined.
again,
But I'm really excited it's soon
what
now.
I heard was it was going to be launched end of this month. And now if it's going to be launched at end of this month, and if we are going to be having a conversation or talk about it at the following month's meeting, so it's going to be only after the launch, and it's futile.
So I'll reply to that one in a moment. Did you have anything?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So basically, I'm super psyched. You guys can do everything electronically.
Yes.
Remember a few meetings back, I relayed my experience of trying to get an old plan, which happened to be on paper. We got it in electronic format, but the city cannot save it in electronic format. So most of the plans at this point, if I need to come to the planning department and ask for my plans, do we get it electronically? Do you store it electronically?
So original building plans, the original plans for all of the home, I shouldn't say that, a majority of the homes, the original plans are stored paper offsite storage. However, if a homeowner wants to obtain the original floor plans of their home, they can come to the Department of Community Development, the Building and Safety Counter, where the city can queue our database to see if we have those paper plans stored off-site. If we do, the applicant can request that those be retrieved off-site, brought to City Hall, and there is a blueprint company who can either, one, make copies, or two, digitally scan the plans and provide that digitally to the applicant.
Yes. And I think that's awesome that you have that option, either paper or digital.
Yes.
But once my plan has been approved, the final plans have been done, the city will have the final plans, correct? And that's on paper.
We
If-
maintain paper, yes,
Right.
and we also require contractors to have paper plans on job site for verification that construction is being conducted in accordance with the city approved plans. But an applicant will get the electronic plans, approved plans sent to them. Yes.
But if I need to retrieve it another time, after you approve it and I'm done with my whatever work I need to get done, 6 months later, I need to have the plans again. When I go back, those are still stored in paper, not electronically.
For the city, we retain those plans. Yes, it's the
So
same
my-
process as offsite storage, that we can retrieve those plans 6 months later and send those to you digitally.
So last time when I spoke to the IT manager, I had asked this specific question. Can we store the plans that are finally approved, that you store in paper right now, electronically? Because I made a payment to retrieve it electronically. There is no cost to the city. Or is there to store it?
To store plans electronically?
A file, yes.
No, there's no cost to the city to
So
store
then,
plans electronically.
right, with the launch of the new website, will that be available to the citizens? I give you an electronic plan, which I paid for when I retrieved it, right? The final thing is done, the final check has been done, like they will finish all the construction. And then you will then store that final finished thing in paper again, not electronically, correct?
We staff, your project planner will have your approved plans electronically. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, those are the questions I'd like to ask the IT manager, and this is why irrespective of whether he comes next meeting or the following one, I would like to find out that all the fancy and the beautiful stuff we're doing with our website, does this allow real time for a resident who has applied? Do they get the information real time as to where this plan is at this point? What's the next step? And can we store this in the cloud?
Right.
So those are the questions I'd like to ask if I get the opportunity. So whether it's this coming meeting or the following one.
Absolutely. And then I'm also happy to arrange a meeting with you and the IT manager separately also if you'd like. So
I would rather do it in a public forum because there are a lot of people who have asked these questions and are interested to learn the answer.
sounds good. So we
that
will.
would be something I would like to do if it's possible.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay, and one more pass. Any other comments from the commission? Okay, anything else, Director Aguilar?
Nothing further this evening.
Okay, with that, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you.